Greetings, chat. Hello. How are we doing out there today? We doing good? Are we doing all right tonight? Thank you for coming to the stream. It's been a hot minute since I've been here. After the blunders I made last episode, I decided I needed to take some time to grind to make sure I felt comfortable going ahead. And I definitely did not have any issues off stream. I did not have Pokemon faint on me, and definitely didn't. I'm just ignoring that for the purposes of making this a bit more streamlined of a Nuzlocke, because there's no video evidence of it, so you can't prove it. Yeah, no, that's just. Oh, I needed something to help me through, because I was just getting such bad luck. Doing well, hanging out with the baby sparrow. Oh, that's great. That's great, Habitual Dodo. How are you? Yeah, that's good. That's fun. But yeah, so since it's been a hot minute, we beat the last noble. The sky is now gone hexagons, and we've been kicked out, and we have to do legendary quest with our Pokemon Anubis the Lucario, Balm the Electrode, Mischievous the Mischievous, you don't have a name, Junior the Togekiss, Wumbo the Whiscash, and Goodra the Goop the Goodra. This is the squad I've got ready to fight all the stuff that's coming up. So let's proceed. I'm gonna start with Lake Verity. We're gonna get started over here today because, I think it's just good to go in order. We will have some fights in here that will count as encounters because they will be static. The likelihood of me doing it so as I don't lose any Mon, I don't know. Also, I really wish I had got found a Duststone for Mischievous, but I got kicked out of town before I realized, oh crap, I need a Duststone for that, and I couldn't find one while I was grinding. So here we are. They say this lake actually used to be a volcano. Then it erupted, leaving a huge crater that filled with water, and so Lake Verity was born. It is protected by a Pokemon called Mesprit. It was when Mesprit took flight that people first learned the joys and sorrows of living. Or that's how the old tales go anyway. The Arc phone is beeping. That cave, it just appeared from nowhere. Is that the Arc phone the professor was going on about? What surprises wait within, I wonder? Mr. Skagita seemed quite intent that you would have to prove yourself to all three of the Pokemon that guard these lakes. The challenge was never for the faint of heart. Alright, let me enter. Yep. Yeah. The air feels somehow tense in here. The menacing Pokemon stands before you. You and your Pokemon call Hisui's nobles. You can handle any battle, SJ. Actually, I think I think I'm going to lead with Goop. No, Lucario. I will make an attempt to catch this, again, since I can. Since all statics are valid. Because otherwise, the legendary Pokemon wouldn't count. And I need those. Let's give it a nice solid Dragon Pulse. And why did I even try? I should have known that was the outcome. You know, it's real bullshit that they can do agile and strong style in a row. It's curious, but when I watch you and your Pokemon battle, I feel as if there's no obstacle that can't be overcome if people and Pokemon work together. Now, let's see about the Pokemon of the lake. Feel a mysterious presence. Your emotions. Share them with me. I can only imagine how it must feel to speak directly with a Pokemon like that. When you fell to this land, what stirred in your heart? Bewilderment. How did it feel to bond with Pokemon and work together? Exciting. What did you feel when you mingled with these clans? We're all so different. What did you feel when cast out of the Galaxy team? You felt bitter. Baby Sparrow? Hi, Nyctophile. How are you doing today? Take this piece of the spirit to bind the world once more. This for its plume. No Pokemon spoke with you, yet the words did not reach my ears. That's mysterious, but I suppose when dealing with someone who fell from the sky, it's only natural to encounter mystery. Next on to Lake Valor and Lake Acuity. Looks like that worked out well, SJ. Let's say, you know an awful lot about Hisui, Bolo. A spokesmerchant like you sees all sorts of things in their travels. That's right. You could say it's because I'm a merchant, but mostly I'm just naturally filled with curiosity. Yeah. I wanted to know exactly what happened in the past that led us to this particular present. Or, more accurately, I suppose, I want to know where I came from and where I'm headed. I want to know my path, so to speak. Same goes for me. Our clan settled at the very spot where our forebears once beheld Almighty Sinnoh, but I have still never seen Almighty Sinnoh for myself. Waiting matters to ponder for sure, but we have a more important task to us. Do you want to return to Mr. Kogika's home? Yeah, let's go back. Oh, Habitual Dodo says, a neighbor found a baby sparrow in his workshop, and he turned the little guy over to me since I was a live-in caretaker at a bird sanctuary and rescue and hand-raised baby birds before. Oh, that's so great! Yes, I'd like to know how it's doing too. Ah, Miss Blitzplume. So the legends told it true, then the red chain must be real as well. I beg your pardon, Kogita, ma'am, but what do these Pokemon that represent the mind do have to do with this red chain, and why exactly should it bind the world? Your doubts suggest a keen intellect. I see you're not your clan's leader for nothing. Without the mind, were the rift to wide and the very world to end? Would we know it? One might say the world, time, space, all creation exists only because our minds are there to perceive it. Perhaps the red chain's purpose is to let one see creation as it truly is. What? So does the mind create the world? But isn't it the other way around? Or is it? Such are myths, my child, teaching us about the world in their own incomprehensible ways. They urge us to think more for ourselves on the nature of Almighty Sinnoh and on the nature of the world in which we dwell. You're absolutely right. Myths and legends are such fascinating things to study. In any case, all we have to do is complete 2 more trials and we'll get the red chain. How nonchalant you sound. How confident of successes to which you contribute nothing. You tag along only for the chance to gawk at more ancient ruins. Okay. So, unfortunately, another one to the graveyard. Lucario, Anubis to Lucario, you deserve better. Oh, update with the bird. This little guy has been with me for 3 days. He's doing great. A bit picky with eating, but I'm giving him a balanced diet. Yeah, that sounds really good. That's nice. So as for other Pokemon, I didn't have any prepared, but I ended up catching the Alpha Machamp in the Alabaster Icelands for that encounter. So that's my new Pokemon. And speaking of Alabaster Icelands, I think that's where we'll head next. Oh, I do want to do this though. Oh, just the person I've been waiting for. My KOKO wandered off to go play, but they haven't come back yet. Do you think you could help me find them? KOKO? Oh, I'm sorry. Back home in law, Vulpix were called KOKO, you see. Ken. Oh, did you not go play with the rest? This is what an Alolan Vulpix looks like. They blend right into the snow with their white furs. So trying to find them all just by myself would take ages. I'm still missing 5 of them. Should be able to find my Vulpix playing around the Avalanche Slopes. Could you find them all and tell them to come back? Yes, I will interrupt the important plot to go retrieve some Vulpix, because that's an actual gift Pokemon. I have, like, at this point in the game, I have gotten most of the main encounters, most of the regular encounters I can get. But I still have a fair bit to go after the credits roll. So I'm gonna, do the best that I can. With what I have. That's one. Here's 2. Vulpix ran to Snowfield Camp. Perfect. Three. Ran off. Now, just two more. Oh, cool, there's you. I do worry he's getting too attached to me, though. I raised baby budgies, some baby teals, and helped raising Coco, a hybrid cockatoo we didn't know even could be born. Coco is half umbrella, half little Corella, bare-eyed cockatoo. Oh, okay. Okay. Vulpix ran off towards Snowfield's camp. Now, one more. Vulpix for the road. And 5. Ah, shiny stone, really? I will still try my best to get a dusk stone, because any help that I can get, to be honest. I researched the proper diet for the baby sparrow, but the social aspect is a learning curve. Oh, okay. Hell yeah, I got the dusk stone. There we go, folks. Alright, hell yeah, little miss. Little miss perfect. That's you. I'm gonna give these two some names. Do perfect. And Swole Scream. Yeah, that works. Someone can change it if they want. Those aren't locked in names. Snow White Vulpix in the snow. Someone seems to have taken a liking to you. If it's alright with you, could you take this little one with you? I'm sure it'll help you with your survey work. Most certainly. Now, that Vulpix isn't going to be usable right off the bat, but it's definitely something good to have. Why did I do that? I don't need to check the stones anymore. A space-time distortion? Thanks, but no thanks. I know what those things do. I know what they possess. Stupidly strong Pokemon. I am not risking that on stream. You are like a cutie. You know, I've been told it actually contains seawater as well. Nobody knows why, though. It could be a fluke of the geography, or perhaps it's connected to a Pokemon somehow. Like a cutie is protected by the Pokemon Uxie. When Uxie took flight, the knowledge to solve problems was born in people's minds. That's what the stories say, anyway. Alchemy caves simply appear from nowhere is quite a handy one to have. I wonder what waits inside. Imagine there may be Pokemon there protecting the Lake's Guardian. Take care. I sense a chill in the air. What is this? Okay, Alpha Zoroark, huh? Could that be the dreaded Baneful Fox? I think so. We're going to try it with Swole Scream, with the hope of being able to catch it. Because I'd really like this for a fight later on. Cool, cool. Come on. Get caught. Booyah! Superb. The Baneful Fox. It is a Pokemon said to be filled with malice. We were told stories about it as children. Feel a mysterious presence. Come, I will test your knowledge. Combee, Zubat, Unknown, Magneton, Dusclops. How many are their eyes? Tell me each one by one, yet all at once. Answer me. 6 for Combi, 0 for Zubat, 1 for Unknown, 3 for Magneton, and then 1 for Dusclops. Take this piece of the spirits, bind the world once more. You obtained Uxie's Claw. Goodness, that was tricky, but only one more to go now. Yep. Well, tricky. That was easier than the last one. To be fair, I didn't lose a Pokemon on this. That was real lucky getting a Frostbite on Agile style. Assume all went well, SJ? Still, I must wonder, why don't they just give us the red chain? Why all this running about? Perhaps they mean to test whether whoever seeks it is worthy? Perhaps you are right. Who knows what would happen if it fell into the wrong hands, after all? Though, on the other hand, what use would those wrong hands have for it? Who can say? Maybe the mend chain has some other use besides mending the world. The red chain's as mysterious as this entire predicament we're in. If we continue visiting the lakes, we'll get closer to an answer. So, shall we return to Mistress Kogita's home? Yeah, let's go back. Wonderful. Then if we can see Mistress Kogita has any more insights to share with us. I miss baby Coco. She was a clever little thing. By the time she was 3 months old, she learned how to walk with the latches on her cage. With the latches on her cage. Ah, cool. I do have to wonder if anyone else has ever completed the trials of these lake Pokemon. Indeed, yet we may want to add just a dash more speed. Things in Jubilife Village are tense. What makes you say so? It seems a Pokemon's been glimpsed on the other side of the rift. One of those Ginkgo Guild merchants informed me that Commander Komodo has raised the force, not to survey the Pokemon, but to subdue it, should the need arise. One of those Ginkgo Guild merchants? You make it sound as if you're not one of them. I wonder why. Work the latches. Oh, okay, gotcha. Now, if a Pokemon truly were to appear from beyond the rift, what would become of everyone, I wonder? Don't let history's great vastness stop you, SJ. Let's go get the final item we need. That's the spirit. I'll come watch this historic moment unfold too. Watch? Is that all you really do? Remember, once you've sought the third lake and found what's needed for the red chain, make for the shrouded ruins. 2 for 1 deal. Lake Valor. Oh, hey, Wisp. I need you guys. Can I... There we go. So many mornings I would go in the adoption center and she'd be on top of her cage trying to pull her toys out from the top. She was making a break for it. Alright. Do you know about Lake Alar? It's said to have been formed by volcanic eruption, much like Lake Verity. Though there are also other theories that say it was carved out in the midst of a Pokemon battle. This lake is protected by the Pokemon Azelf. When Azelf took flight, the will to do what needs doing was born in people's hearts. Or that is what the legend would have us believe. Occasionally she will let others out of what we call a Jurassic Park incident. Oh, that's amazing. Oh, okay, it appears where there was none, as if just for SJ. Let's head in, SJ. I imagine strong Pokemon could wait inside, protecting the Pokemon on the lake. Take care. I will. What an eerie space. Why would there be columns inside a cave anyway? Overquill. Menacing Pokemon waits. Watch yourself, SJ. Those quills look vicious. Watch Champ worked so well the first time. Let's try this again. Fishy me. Okay. Come on, work. Yes! Yes. If we let out any of the Congo African gray parrots, they'd open all the others. We needed to... We ended up needing to lock every door her cage... To lock every door to her cage in the CAGs. Ah, okay. The Congo African grays. Okay. Yeah, it's all good. Show me unyielding will. Strike me if you can. Will you abandon this folly? Not through yet. Seems you best give up. Will you continue regardless? I'm not through yet. Give up, you struggle in vain. Will you yet press on? Take this piece of the spirit to bind the world once more. It looks exhausting, but now we've journeyed to all 3 lakes. Perfect, we can get out of here. And then just head to the Shrouded Ruins. Seems we finished the Figure Arc trials. If I remember correctly, we were told to then head for the Shrouded Ruins. Don't know what could await us there, but I'm always excited to explore some ancient ruins. Let us be on our way. The Shrouded Ruins. Mist is so very good obscuring things, its lungs have been said to blur boundaries. If we are to somehow bring together the world of humans, the world of Pokemon, and the world of myth, then maybe we need a setting such as this. That being said, what are we meant to do now? Seems I've made it in time. You arrived just when we assembled all 3 gifts. Did you somehow see our progress across the distance dividing us? I had the aid of a rather remarkable Pokemon, if you really wish to know. Could it be, you mean that Pokemon flits about the Hisui region? Ah, never mind about that now. What about the red chain? How are we to forge it? I would hardly know. We speak of a divine instrument, one said to be capable of binding the very world. Do you really imagine it can be forged by mortal hands? Then what are we to do? Search the entire vastness of Hisui for the answer? Hello. Ah, the Pokemon of the lakes. You've received the red chain. She got all the chaotic energy of her umbrella cockatoo father and the smaller and less able to get into more space the size of her little Cornella mother, lol. So it was true. The pact our people have passed down for all these generations has been kept. At last I can set this burden aside. You've succeeded once again, SJ. Yet, things do not seem to be going so well for the rest of the world. What have you heard now? I've had some news from my fellow merchants in the Ginkgo Guild. It seems that the commander is going to forego waiting for our investigation to finish. He has plans to climb Mount Coronet himself. Has he lost his senses? He plans to go get close to the rift to study it himself? Well, he doesn't yet know that our SJ has managed to get the red chain now, does he? That's true. There's no way he could. We need to tell him about the chain and about everything SJ has achieved before he sets out. Welcome back to the village. SJ? Welcome back. It's been grim here. We in the Survey Corps hardly even speak to one another lately. But with you back, maybe Captain Silene's appetite for potato mochi will return. Anyway, wait here a minute, will you? I'll go and let the captain know you're back. Oh, my dear SJ. Professor has been awfully worried about you, SJ. Of course I was worried. I don't think I could hold a candle to the distress you showed, Akari. That's blowing it out of proportion. I don't think it's appropriate for an adult to make things up just to hide their embarrassment. But, where is the captain? Wasn't she coming along with you, Professor? She's buried under a mound of work, I'm afraid. We're to join her in the Survey Corps office. Seems her hands are more than full now that Commander Kamado's gone. He's not here? Well, he set out for Mount Coronet with the security corps in tow. He's determined to handle this whole space-time rift business himself, including dealing with the Pokemon that's been spotted on the other side. That's why I was filling in for the regular guards with Pikachu at the ready. Well, we aren't getting anywhere out here. Let's head inside and report to the captain. Raising a baby cockatoo is hard. When they're really little, for the first 3 weeks of life, they need to be fed every 15 minutes, a minimum of a 2-person job. Oh my goodness. That's a lot. So, you managed to not die, just as I ordered. Well done. Thanks to you, Captain. I have no idea what you're implying. All I know is Abra vanished of its own accord, inconveniencing me greatly. Before moving forward, I must ask. I assume that you are here again because you've managed to learn something of use? I've got this red chain. Go on. Explain about the red chain. Legendary tools sent to bind the very world. Commander Kamado is no longer here in Jubilee Village. Security Corps has been scouting the area near the space-time rift, and they reported sightings of something on the other side of it. Something that resembled a Pokemon. The commander made the decision to take the Security Corps to the mountains so as to prepare to fend off any possible threat. They were to make for the temple at the peak. However strong the commander himself may be, he should have gotten SJ to help. As the captain of the Survey Corps, I hereby order you to proceed as follows. SJ, take the red chain to Mount Coronet. Make your way to the peak and put an end to all this. You are officially reinstated at your former rank. Heck yeah! Are you certain you can do that with the commander away, Captain? If he didn't wish me to decide things in his place, then he should not have left me in charge here. And I'll go as well. We're all in this together, we members of the Survey Corps. Naturally, no one suggested you should not. And now random Lucario shows up while we're like, hey, let's head to the mountain for the important thing. Something the matter, Lucario? I'm Rai, and you are? Okay, you're SJ. Nice to meet you. Hello? What is it, Lucario? It seems Lucario sensed your strong aura too. If you're willing to battle us, could you come to the training grounds? Not the best time, but thanks for the invite. There's a reason why hand-raised cockatoos end up going for thousands of dollars. It's hard work. Oh, yeah, I can imagine. Did you find the commander, SJ? Commander is already at Mount Coronet. Already? How could a grown man like Commander Kamado be so reckless? First expelling USJ, and now this? I think he needs a stern talking to. As the leader of the Pearl Clan, loyal to Almighty Sinnoh who reigns over all space, I can go anywhere in Vastazui that I please, and now I'm going to go stop the commander. Who is the reckless one? Hey, you got run out of the village, right? But you still tried to find a way to help us all? That's right, SJ worked hard to get that red chain to help us. Too right, a fine job he did too. Survey Corps is always hard at work for the sake of everyone here in the village, as well as for the sake of our relations with Pokemon. Thanks. Here, take this. If you give me revives... Useless! Useless! Your orders are 3. 1. Make for the summit camp, and from there the Temple of Sinnoh. 2. Use the red chain to chain to resolve this mess. And 3, return here, alive. Okay. I've heard the latest. So you've been accepted back into the Galaxy team, have you? I suppose congratulations are in order. Here, some max potions for me to celebrate. There we go. That's something I can use. Looks like the big moment is upon us at last. But no doubt it'll be fine. After all, you worked so hard to earn that red chain. Both Adam and Nira have headed to the peak as well. My good friend SJ, I wish you great fortune in the battles to come. I would truly regret losing one of our most beloved and loyal customers. Seems Kamado intends to use a summit camp as a base of operations for this undertaking. As for me, I think I will set up shop closer to the temple itself. Ah, Melly. Things certainly seem to have gone out of hand. Well, if anything goes wrong, the Great Belly will be here, for moral support at least. Okay. So, got a big fight ahead of us. Do we have different moves we can give you? I'd rather have bullet punch than double edge. Just need to change up some moves to possibly help us out a bit better. Before we want to go in, I just want to quickly save. I think leading with Junior. No, Junior's not the best lead. No. What am I talking about? I guess Wumbo. See how this goes. Oh, still alive and kicking? Sorry about having to shutter the wallflower. I'd much rather be there now, serving up some freshly grilled potato mochi. But that taskmaster Kamado's gone and left me to oversee our food supply. He always finds a way to put even these old bones to work. While I'm handling that, I suppose I'll handle you as well. It's time we got rid of you once and for all. Are you serious? I'll make myself plain. As Kamado's right hand, I'm charged with executing all the gritty deeds that Kamado can't or won't do himself. I gave him my word I'd get rid of any fools that might dream of getting in the way of his plans. And besides, it's not just Kamado who strongs to live a new home free of fear or strife. His dream is mine now, too. You've seen my smoke bombs before, right? Well, this is how you're meant to use them. I'm going to make some dinner and give little Captain Jack another feeding. I named him Cap Jack because, you know, Jack Sparrow. Yep, perfect. That sounds great. Have a good dinner. When I heard you managed to quell those nobles one after another, oh, did it ever make my blood run hot and my heart pound. At last. One final opponent worthy of my great ninja techniques that have been left to molder all these long years. Alright. First battle, where are we at? Ah, perfect. Get that crap out of here. Let's go. Perfect. I do not like that. That I very much enjoy. Oh no. Shit. Please hit. Yes. I do not like that. No. Are you serious? Raining kiss. Oh, okay. It seems my ninja techniques will soon be consigned to history. Okay. Very good, young one. Very good indeed. It's only a foolish ninja who tries to keep after a target they know they cannot beat. And to be honest, I don't hate you. I might actually like you, after a fashion. At least for the skill you show in battle. But listening well, SJ. Pokemon are truly terrifying creatures. Kamado and I saw our hometown burned to the ground by maddened Pokemon running amok. Oh, 1 second. Alright, sounds like Alyssa's on the phone. A Dove's on the phone, I should say. We lost plenty of friends and comrades that day. That's why Kamado came here to Hisui to try to build a new home where people could live free from fear. But to achieve something truly great, you sometimes have to take extreme actions. If, hypothetical as it may be, a Pokemon were to appear from within that space-time rift, Kamado might lose hold of his reason. Save Kamado from himself, by force if you must. Hello, Metroid Magi, how are you doing today? Save Kamado from himself, by force if you must. Do that and I'll stuff you full of more delicious potato mochi than a human stomach can handle. Okay, so... everyone's up, but I did lose... Might be alright, but exhausted. I feel that. I do indeed feel that. Fortunately, I lost. Perfect. And Goop. I'm 2 members down, and I need to take on Kamado. Who do I have? I think Ballman might be my best lead. You better take that red chain up to the top of the mountain. That Pokemon threatening to descend on the peak at any moment now. I think it might be Almighty Sinnoh. But all this has to be stopped, and you're the only one who can do it. Almighty Sinnoh seems to be nearly here, but still the commander obstructs us. You again. I've heard this red chain of yours will bind the world. Oh yeah, it has been a hot moment since I've been on here. I can only stream off of Dove's computer. My computer can't handle streaming, so I had to take the week off that Dove did last week. And you know, it's just been just a couple of not good days when I was supposed to stream, but I'm here and we're gonna hopefully not lose any more Pokemon. I've already lost too many today. Please be reasonable. I understand that you're bound to protect your people as commander of the Galaxy Expedition Team. I have a suing duty toward my clan, but doubting essay like this, you're not just wrong, you're a fool. Perhaps you are right. No, I do not want to lose all Mons. I lost all Mons in previous streams. I don't want to do that this stream. But if I were to simply place my faith in this boy, and that faith were to be betrayed, then how could I possibly face my people? You may think you're the only one desperate to protect the people of Jubilife, but you're not. SJ is putting his life on the line as well. Fine. Enough. Let fate decide what happens next. Whichever else is stronger will prevail. Face me with your Pokemon, SJ. Today we battle in earnest. Fingers crossed, fingers crossed, fingers crossed! Okay. Okay. The strong style should take it out. As long as it's like Snorlax, huh? Okay, good. Drain punch. Oh no! How? That no. And you gotta remember, Goop and Perfect are out. All right, Wumbo. Oh, I made an error. Aqua Tail. Finish it off? Yes, okay. Now, all I need you to do is survive. I'm so scared of losing another Mon. Let's try Solid Stab. Oh, come on! Stats. You've been so good. I need to hard switch. Strong style, finish it off! Yes! Any Pokemon that threatens our life here must be eliminated. SJ, the fates have decided. I concede, and I apologize sincerely for doubting you. Commander Kamada. I know I have no right to ask it of you any longer, but please use that strength of yours for the sake of the Galaxy Expedition team. No, for the sake of the Celestica people and all the Pokemon living in Hisui. Don't you worry, Commander. We've got the red chain. Now they're back alive, but... these last three are out. Count, so it's up to Ballman, Wumbo, and Junior for the next leg. Come on, now's the time. Use the red chain. Oh, wait, what is this? There's a voice in my head. No, in my heart, it's speaking to me. You hold the red train. Try to catch me then. Oh, do you hear what you're saying? Catch you? Almighty Sinnoh? I think Almighty Sinnoh may be speaking to me. It's telling me you hold the red chain. Try to catch me then for the fight to come. Take these. I'll take that. Yeah. Oh, that is beautiful damage right there. Oh, we got a catch. Right here, right now. Please. No! Junior! You couldn't have done that the first time? He caught it, right? He caught Almighty Sinnoh. The red chain's been shattered, but we've still got the Pokemon of the Lakes to thank for getting this far. Oh, well done, SJ, my boy. Masterfully handled. watching the whole time as you battled and caught your way to a simply stunning victory. You truly are the pride of the Survey Corps. Looks like I taught him well. Look, I can hear Almighty Sinnoh. No, it's called Palkia. Mighty Palkia is speaking to me in my mind. Space-time grows chaotic. The power fails the frenzied one. It comes now to fight. That is why I am here. You're telling me there's another one? But the red chain smashed to bits. No way even SJ could tackle another Pokemon as strong as the last one now. Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, I know Palkia is strong, but forget the fancy talk. Book it, come on, we gotta make it back to the summer camp while we still can. We need to leave before this other Almighty Sinnoh decides it wants to fight us. But Commander, we can't just leave it here. You dunce, you won't be any use to anybody if you die up here in this mountain. What are you waiting for? This is, yeah, not ideal. I almost want to call Mulligan on Junior, but I know I can't. That's against the rules. The points are active, so if someone wants to donate their points to revive Pokemon, revive Togekiss, that'd be really nice. I still have all those points active. It seems likely that a buildup of the same energy was what caused the strange lightning that threw the noble Pokemon into the frenzied states. So our two clans truly were following different Almighty Sinnoh, but both were real. What a shocking turn of events, to say nothing of the shock of hearing the commander speak so differently. I must apologize from the bottom of my heart to both of you as fellow leaders. You saw the truth that I could not. You never abandoned your trust in SJ. It's all good. It's all good, Maggie. Metroid Maggie. Maggie? And to you, SJ. Acted on ill-considered presumptions and drove you from the Galaxy Expedition team, forcing you to face great hardship alone. Despite all that, you still strove to save all of Hisui. Well, it's not like we could just sit back and ignore the space-time rift. And we understood, Commander, that you had reasons to act as you did. Commander, might I suggest we return to the matter at hand? We've left things in quite a state up at the temple. That's what's up, Mr. Professor. You'd rather face on what's in front of us than the wall in the past, huh? Just what I expect from a real scientist. A dependable attitude, indeed. Yes, let us move on. No need to speak any further about my rash actions, not to mention my loss of composure. It seems that having SJ about has been a good influence on all. It's only natural. SJ is strong enough to defeat even this new opponent single-handedly. Whoa, slow down. Did you forget that the red chain broke? We'll be alright, armed with the knowledge mighty Palkia imparted to me. Palkia? The Pokemon that talks to you? Yes, it told me its name, but that's not all. It also told me this. The Stone of Creation's beginning, the Chain of Red, the Vessel of Humankind's Invention. Unite these three and calm the chaos now disturbing the flow of time. And then mighty Palkia must go with us back to the temple, it said. Well, that Chain of Red is in pieces now, but if little bits will do, I gather those. And the Vessel of Humankind's Invention, I dare say that might refer to a Pokeball. It's gotta be it, but what about that Stone of Creation's beginning part? Leon might have some idea. He's knowledgeable about stones and minerals. He even goes digging for ores sometimes. Is that so? Then Warden Leon will be a fine resource to consult. And what are your thoughts, Professor Laventon? Do you have any idea what this stone could be? Oh, upon my word, perhaps I do. SJ, my boy, could you lend me those plates you received from Weird Ear and the others? The ones that Volo had said had messages engraved upon them? Aha, just as I remembered. Here on the back of the Earth plate it says, when the universe was created, its shards became this plate. I think this may be a hint to what we need. How do you mean? Don't you see? We must search for the stone, or rather ore, I suppose, that shares the same material properties as these plates. In fact, I believe that young Leon might know just where to find such a thing, as he said he'd been investigating it at Volo's urging. Now that you mention it, that Volo fellow has come about the Diamond Clan settlement about those plates before, too. This seems like a lead worth following. It's decided then. Thus begins our search for the Stone of Creation's beginning. Although the name is rather a mouthful, wouldn't you say? Perhaps I propose we call it Origin Ore. Yerda, may we ask you for your clan's aid once more? Of course, I'll call you into the stomach camp at once. I waited as long as anyone could reasonably expect. My invitation just never came, so I decided to honor you all with an unsolicited visit. Be glad and rejoice. Now, Adaman, I see all these other louds have their little tasks to be getting on with, but what of the great Melee? What's my role in all of this? I'm your leader, Melee. Show a shred of respect, would you? Fine, whatever. Just hurry up and give me a job, great leader Adaman, and make it a good one. If you want a job, fine. Your job is to support the others. All the other wardens are busy looking after the nobles and keeping the people of our clans from panicking. Take a hint. Oh, Adaman, oh, you silly, foolish boy. Don't you understand anything? Everyone has work they are suited to and work they are not. And oh, before I forget, it seems that you weren't entirely useless after all, Galaxy Team Grunt. Well done, you. Take this as a reward for your adorable efforts. Just my way of encouraging the little people. And you're all so little compared to me. Yeah, you're tall. That doesn't make you better than us. Get your head out of the clouds. Or out of your ass. And I brought Leon. Yeesh, the ugly hat suits you as poorly as this important role does. I don't like this at all. I should be the one consulted for my wisdom. The silly ores and stones are a precious resource. Since I was the first to realize that fact, it's only natural that I should be the first consulted. If you have a problem with it, perhaps you'd like to take it up with Cleavor in a battle? With that bumbling ball of yours? Excuse me, that bumbling ball is more than capable of zapping both you and that ugly bug of yours all the way back to your stupidly oversized tree. Shall we prove it to you now? Merely give it a rest and play nice with the Pearl Clan folks for once, would you? Bigger things are at stake here. But Adam, man, everyone back home is all worked up because the Pearl Clan got to speak to Almighty Sinnoh, or Palkia, or whatever. Do you want them to hog all the glory? Warden Leon, if you would. Certainly. Now let's set out at once. We must make for the Primeval Grotto. Alright. Enough dialogue. Now I can switch my Pokemon. Alright. More Graveyard Mons. Goodbye, Perfect. Goodbye, Soul Scream. Goodbye, Goop. So we only have... And Junior. Oh, you heard most of all. Wumbo and Ballman. That's all I have. So these four are all valid encounters. The Palkia has to go on the team. don't know if I want to bring like Pokemon I genuinely want to see get experience, or if I just want to bring cannon fodder. I'll bring a mix. Nosepass I can at least get some quick XP on. And Overquill, I think. I think that's what I gotta do. Probably save as well. It's a curious cave. I feel some extraordinary power here, as if the world itself was created in this very place. What do you think, Leon? Taking into consideration my knowledge of ores, my skill at mining, and the strength of my Sliggoo's moves, I think you better leave any extraction work up to us, wouldn't you say? We're going to have to ask you to stop right there. If I lose a Pokemon to you, you bitch. Oh, come on, who's there? We don't have any time to waste with... Clover, we haven't seen you since you walked out on the clan. Where have you been all this time? I don't have to tell you none. Look, you can carry on digging out that treasure you're after, and then you'll give it to us. I don't know why you even look surprised. It's not as if you are hard to follow. What we seek may be as precious as treasure, but this isn't about how valuable it is. We needed to restore this awful sky to normal. Oh, that earnest goody two-shoes act of yours is what made me leave the Pearl Clan in the first place. Enough. I don't care why any of you ran off to play Bennett, but I won't let you get in Leon's way. There are 3 of you and 3 of us. Let's go. SJ, you take charm? I bring good luck to my sisters wherever I go, and ill luck to anyone who crosses our paths. I'm the eldest, and I'll be your unlucky charm, especially in this, a battle of a lifetime. Charm must challenge us. Yeah, we lead. Okay, it's the right on lead. Then we got Wumbo rocking it up. Do not like that. Yeah, we're doing it. We're using a full restore here. At least I got to sleep off for a moment. Perfect. Well, you are rather formidable. Come on, Clover, why not come back to the Diamond Clan? Times are changing, we're changing, and we could really use someone as strong as you are. Oh, you're joking? I've got no interest in living back in that place with all its stupid rules. Look, we'll let you keep your treasure this time, but you better do something about that sky. You're as strong as ever, S.J. Maybe you really can do something about that monstrous creature at the top of the mountain. But even if you do, the next time we meet, you won't escape without a beating. Remember that. Alright, get out. Yeah, dum-dums. Honestly, those three, why did they even come here for? Oh well, I'll heal up everyone's Pokemon. Which is good. A coin that I remember never hesitated to help someone in need. Even though she growls as she did so. I suspect they may have been worried about us, perhaps even wanting to help. Then they should have just said so. What a pain they are hiding behind all that attitude. I was able to extract some of that origin ore, or whatever it is you wish to call it. I suppose it better go with you, S.J. Let's go. Yay, origin ore. That was surprisingly easy. No, you simply fail to recognize my skill. You ought to be praising my hard work, honestly. I knew we could count on you, Leah. No wonder Cleaver recognizes you as a worthy warden. Let's hurry back to Mr. Professor and show him what we've got. That Laverton's got sound judgment plus knowledge to spare, despite his silly streak. Before we leave, let's just evolve you real quick. So we've some somewhat stronger cannon fodder. Okay. Moves, that's right. That's what I wanted. No, I think this is its best moveset. So this stone of creation's beginning, the origin line. Yes, one can certainly feel an imposing aura emanating from it. Could this be the feeling of the very origin itself? I've been meaning to ask since you brought that up, but the origin of what exactly? Of everything, by the sound of it. Exactly, my girl. Now then we go back to Jubilee Village. Alright, Mr. Professor, it's all in pieces now, but this is what's left of the red chain. Splendid, even in purpose. I think we'll find it's still perfectly fit for purpose. We're jolly lucky to have had the foresight to pick up all these broken bits back at the temple. Your turn, S.J. Next comes the Stone of Creation's beginning. The fragments of the red chain, collected at great personal risk by the Diamond Clan. The Stone of Creation's beginning, which we only learned of thanks to the Pearl Clan. And now it is time for the Galaxy team to play its part and turn these items into a proper vessel. Akari, my girl, you are one of our team's greatest craftspeople. Could I ask you to do the honors? This is my true battlefield, SJ, even if it may be safe indoors. This may take some time. Perhaps the rest of you best wait outside while we work. Come on, Mr. Professor. I wish they'd hurried it up in there. I'm sorry to suspect all your prattling about the value of time is a cover for your own impatience. If sitting back and waiting actually solved things, I'd sit forever, because I'd be using time well on like this. Well, you've done it, SJ. It's complete. I dub it the Origin Ball. If the message conveyed by our good clan leader can be believed, then this should allow you to catch the Pokemon that has appeared at the Temple of Sinnoh. You obtained the Origin Ball. These Pokeballs of yours are full of wonders. To think the fate of all history could rest in something so tiny. It's interesting how catching a Pokemon in one of these things brings the two of you closer together. Well, wait, please, I hear something. That voice is speaking in my mind again. You mean Palkia? Yes, it appears that mighty Palkia is willing to lend its own strength to us in this battle. Now that's what I like to hear. The Pearl Clan's almighty Sinnoh, well, I guess I should call it Palkia, is one fierce Pokemon. Everything's ready now, SJ. Take the Origin Ball and hurry back to the Temple of Sinnoh together with Palkia. You're doing good, Wombo. You too, Ballman. The last two of the team that we started out with today, but today we are going to stop this day. Hell yes. Let's go! Mr. Skogita. And here you are, Lost One, ready to face your fate atop Mount Coronet? Seems a vicious battle might await you. I'll go where I must. Oh, well said. Now, hearken to my words, young ones. Time cannot be severed from space, nor space from time. The being you will encounter at the Temple of Sinnoh is Dialga, ruler of all time. If it is allowed to run wild, time itself will twist and bend here in history, and eventually the very world may be broken. You have the aid of its counterpart, Palkia, the ruler of space, and therein lies hope. Balance will be brought to time and space, and the world can once again be as it should. Now take Palkia at your side and make for the Temple of Sinnoh once more. Let's say this is quite the intriguing village. Perhaps I'll have a look around before I go. See what your clothier has on offer. Excuse me, is this time for shopping? Well, I'll hardly have time for shopping at the world ends, will I, young man? Fair point. Alright, SJ, once you feel ready, set out. We make for the Temple of Sinnoh once more. Alright, here we go. Summit camp. Okay. We lost 4 Pokemon today, but we shall lose no more. For those we lost. For the preservation of space-time. We shall fix this. And also pick up some iron along the way. Just the boy I've been waiting for. I know you can buy various sundries at the base camp, but I thought it might be helpful to you if I set up here closest to the temple. I want to have front row seats if there's a chance to see the world of myth and legend. I'll probably be creeping even closer to the action once the battle actually begins. Oh, but you won't have to worry about me. I'm perfectly capable of taking care of myself. And besides you, I know all too well the strength of you and your Pokemon. I've got no doubt you'll have this whole thing tied up in a neat bow before I could possibly be in any danger. What do I want? Let's grab a couple more. Yeah, let's do that. It's quite a heavy chunk of change, but, you know, rather safe than sorry. Sorry. Ugh. God, my mouth is not used to talking this much. For so long, I thought that I had to eliminate any outside element that might threaten the people of Jubilife Village. Whether that meant banishing you or seeking to destroy the Pokemon of the temple, I felt it was my only path. For you've shown me that I was wrong to think in such a way. Are you ready for this challenge, Recruit? I'm ready to fight. SJ, in all of vast space, your place has found you. What in the world does that mean? It's a Perlclan saying. It reminds us that occasions we must arise to are also stages where we may prove ourselves, or we might shine our brightest. So basically you're saying not to feel nervous. I'm starting to see the appeal of how you Perlclan people think. Some situations anyway. We will support you in whatever way we can, though I doubt you'll need it. SJ, protect Hisui and her people. Protect time and space for her Pokemon. Here it comes. The best cutscene in all of Pokemon games. Forgot about this part. Wrong way. Nope. Oh wait, when did I switch to Pokeballs? Oh no 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 no! Well, that's not great. Just let the deity of space die. Oh, no! That's not good. Oh, I never figured out a plan for this. So my plan for if I ever was knocked out, was to have a mon from the party take my place, basically. But I don't know how to decide. Let me get Dove real quick. Dove? Can you come up here for a minute? Okay. She said she'll be a second.
Hi, what's up? What happened?
So I got knocked out, and I never finalized a way to determine which Pokemon sacrifices themselves.
You could always do a dice roll. Make it random.
Yeah.
Okay. So my dice sets are... Well, I mean, you could use your own, too. Or you
I mean,
use
they're
mine.
downstairs.
Okay, yeah, my dice are down there
Okay.
in that drawer. Yeah, this is just the container for where it is.
So, those are new.
Just take whichever one of those you want.
Yeah. So, I also lost a Pokemon in the fight.
Okay.
Should I roll a d6, and if it lands on the fainted Pokemon spot that
You
covers?
could roll a d5, which would be a d10, but halved.
Okay. Alright, so 1 to 2 will be spots 1, 3 to 4 will be the second, and I won't remember who it is until I get back into the battle. 4, that is second place.
Okay.
I think that's my Electrode.
Alright.
Who was one of the only 2 on that survived from the start of the stream.
Man, I'm sorry this is happening.
Good. Restart.
Wait, you're restarting?
Yeah.
But don't you have to remove the Mon from your team in order to keep battling?
I don't have to have it out. I just have to not use it. Like, I was so close.
What if your last Mon is Electrode, though? And the Mons that you die, do you just assume if you win, is it not a win?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm a little confused, but I'll let you go.
Yeah. Okay. We've got this. Just take your time. Alright, Wumbo. Let's do it. Why'd I do that? Oh, holy crap, you missed. Do it, Wumbo! No! Oh, 3. Out of the remaining Pokemon, that's Probopass. Just dodge. Just dodge and roll. Shit. Got too greedy. I think I got this. I don't need to send a Pokemon. Yes! Yes! That could have gone worse. Could have also gone a lot better. He caught it. He really did, didn't he? My eyes aren't lying, right? He actually went and caught it? Yes, so good show. What a catch. You contained that fearsome thing in the Origin Ball. Absolutely astounding as ever, SJ. Finally. Formidable as usual, SJ. Yes. So even the commander shows its here now and then. Never thought I'd see the day. Yes, what a sight to have witnessed. Humph. Ouch, what gives, Commander? I'm not sure I deserved a sumo throw. Well, at least it seems this is no dream. Listen up, all of you. We face a calamity unlike we have ever known, but we are able to overcome it by working as one. This calls for a celebration, a festival for us all. Gather your clans, this will be the greatest celebration Hisui has ever seen. The Diamond Clan? The two clans together, huh? Well, since it turns out we are both following a true almighty Sinnoh of our own, I guess times when we'd fight over whose was wrong or right are ancient history now. Our ancestors would be shocked to see us agree. But this may well be the best path towards protecting the space we all share. Let us celebrate, for today dawns a new day for all those who live in the Hisui region. Okay, credits have rolled. But in my eyes, the Nuzlocke's not done. Not done until we at least get to the big fight. That I know, at least Metroid Naji knows about. And at the bare minimum is where the Nuzlocke stops. So, this would normally be a good place to end, but I need to train up a brand new team for the next stream. So I'm gonna get through whatever story stuff happens once I get back, once the next day comes around, and then I think we shall continue from there for a little bit until I'm sure I can go out into the world and not, get caught up in adventures and plot. I hope those of you who have been watching have been enjoying yourselves. Still have plenty of Pokemon to use, but doesn't each of those losses just hurt? Sorry for not talking. My mouth is not used to talking that much, so it's a little sore. So, again, this would have been a real good place to stop for the night, but I just want to make sure all the important plot stuff is shown. Seek out all Pokemon. Good morning, SJ. It looks like space-time warp has vanished. The sky's gone back to normal again. Which I suppose means we better get back to our original mission, completing the Pokedex. We're going to meet in the Survey Corps office to discuss our next steps. See you there soon, SJ. So I trust you enjoyed yourself at the festival. Sure did. Indeed. That only seems natural given the crowd. I believe last night was finally the first time I've caught a glimpse of you making merry, Captain. I believe you must be imagining things. Now, Professor Laventon, to business. What is the current state of progress on the Pokedex? I dare say we've made quite significant progress, all in all. Though we could put a little more effort into our research tasks. And of course, it is hard to know. It's hard to know how far to go in pursuit of some reports. Certain Pokemon have only been mentioned in history's legends, after all. Who knows even if they are real? And how little we know about history's history and legends seems a tall order for us to tackle. Pardon, couldn't help but overhear. If it's history and history and legends you want, then I'm your man. Well, I've spent plenty of time studying such things instead of, while also tirelessly doing my work for the Ginkgo Guild, and I've visited many of the ruins and whatnot here in the history region already. I imagine I could teach you a thing or two about any Pokemon of legend in these parts. Oh, music to my ears, my good fellow. Listen well, SJ, you are to learn all you can from the merchant fellow and work together as needed, for the sake of the Pokedex. We, meanwhile, will also continue to gather intelligence on Pokemon by other means. Understood. I'll set up at the Heights camp then, SJ. I'll be expecting you. Besides, I have something I'd like to discuss with you too, so I hope you won't keep me waiting. Oh, don't worry. I'm going to keep you waiting for a good long time. Just going to pick up these research quests, then head outside. Anyway, boy, what say you take the Pokemon here in the lab on your excursions? Splendid. I'm sure the chance to help with your survey work would be a delight to any Pokemon, especially one stuck indoors so long like mine. And we got 2 more Pokemon. The other 2 starters. Let's see what happens when I go outside. Yeah, okay, that's the one area I'm not going to go to. Unfortunately, I have some Pokemon that I have to leave here with you. I have to make more room. But let's say goodbye to Palkia. Let's say goodbye to Ballman. And goodbye to Probopass. But in terms of new additions, we have Dialga, Cyndaquil, and Rowlet. Overquill is definitely staying on the team. Well, ideally we'll stay on the team. Chansey was just death fodder. I'm glad I brought death fodder. I don't know what our 5th would be. I think for the time being I'm going to make it Zoroark, because I'd like to get Zoroark really set up for the big battle that we have to work towards. Wombo is our strongest 66. He's basically our starter at this point. But that is our team. Only Wombo survived the day. I know, it's so sad. But we're still here, aren't we? Besides, we've got plenty of new friends. Got Dialga. Got Cyndaquil. Got Rowlet. Overquill. And Zoroark. What an excellent squad that we will work on training for the next stream. And thank you all so much for being here. It does really mean a lot, and thank you for interacting. It's great. I know streaming is a bit weird with Dove making her own channel and me staying here, but at least to finish this off, I'm going to be staying here. I'm going to do a fair bit of grinding off stream. Hopefully any plot stuff's still going to be on stream, but I'm probably going to take care of a lot of side stuff, like making sure I get the rest of the Pokemon, so I'm just ready to go through the legendaries and whatnot. But that will be for our next stream, so thank you all for tuning in, and I shall be heading out now. Again, thanks for stopping, folks. Bye.